see the pass rush there. Mark Rippon couldn't step up. I don't think he saw Joyner. Joyner stepped right in front of the receiver, and they said that that was a forward lateral. See, so Joyner gets it here. That doesn't lateral it forward. I guess he did because he was right on the line, and the ball was lateral in front of the line.
So the Eagles turn back the Redskins, and they have it 1st and 10 at their own 19. A turnover apiece now. Cunningham to Sherman. Heath Sherman, 1st down Eagles, hard running again. And a gain of 14. Brad Edwards finally made the stop.
Of course, Seth Joyner knew that, you know, when they get a turnover, the Eagles are very good. They're as good as anyone once they give up a turnover of their defense going in and stopping the other team. Seth Joyner, of course, was in a little hot water this week for a story that was in the New York Times last week, talking about his coach Rich Kotite, about Randall Cunningham, and they got it all straightened out on Tuesday.
That's Heath Sherman again, stopped by Gothea. Pittsburgh and Minnesota still scoreless in the second. The Rams leading Green Bay by 3. Very important games to both those teams.
You know, you take any group, you know, you got 45 active players, 47 men in a team. They're not always going to get together. They're not always going to agree. They're not always going to be friends, even like, you know, they were talking about in the pregame show. All they have to do on Sunday is play well and win.
Here's Cunningham back to throw. Gets it to Byer. Byer fought out to about the 40. Danny Copeland wrapped him up. A gain of 6. Cunningham to Byer.
You know, Keith Byers has a broken right hand, and he used to wear a cast on it, and he had trouble blocking and catching. And then he doesn't wear anything on it anymore. And I think that anytime Randall Cunningham goes back to throw, the first guy that he looks for is Keith Byers. Now, if he doesn't look for him, Keith Byers starts yelling at Randall Cunningham. He yells, woo, 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 anytime he thinks he's open.
He makes sure Randall knows where he is. 3rd and 2. Incomplete, intended for Walker. Broken up by Wilbur Marshall and Alvoid Mays.
And Wilbur Marshall almost had one there because Mays had good coverage, so therefore Wilbur could jump in front. He did jump in front, and if he catches that one, it's a touchdown.
Jeff Fiegel's first punt, only punt, 41 yards. Mitchell back deep for the Redskins. Good kick. Flag on the play, however. Mitchell at the 20. Upended at about the 26. 40-yard punt, 6-yard return. William Frizzell down to make the stop. This is going to be against the Eagles.
Yeah, that has to be one in the illegal formation because it was right on the line of scrimmage.
On the kicking team, right side of the line. It's too far off the ball. Penalties declined. 1st down.
This is a tough one. What they're saying is here's the ball, and these guys here are back too far on this side. And again, that's a rule that they put in for offensive pass protectors, and now they use it on the punt coverage team.
That seems like you got to be looking for your penalty quota.
I think that is a very touchy call, a very close call, or one that, as you say, you have to be looking for something to call that one.
1st and 10. Handoff is to Biner. Flag on the play as Biner gets, again, good yardage. Corey stopped by Booty and Allen, but a penalty marker down. That looks like it is in the area of the holding.
Alan Reggie White jumped up like he was a guy that was being held. The Redskins are taking that play that they usually take inside and bouncing it outside with pretty good success, though.
Holding, number 87 of the offense, 10 yards, still 1st down.
Against Middleton, who was blocking on Reggie White.
Yeah, if you look, you're going to see Middleton come down here on Reggie White, and we'll see if he gets a block in there. He starts going and going. Then he must have grabbed him or right in there. With his left hand, he must have grabbed him because he got him spun around. But wherever he held him, we couldn't see it there. That looked like a pretty good block to me by Ron Middleton. And again, most of the time, they've been taking that play inside. And today, the Redskins and Viner tend to want to bounce it and get it outside.
First and 20. Excuse me, John. First and 20 at the 16. 4:20 left to play in the first half. Rippon, draw play to Viner. 2 yards maybe. Seth Joyner to make the stop with help from Reggie White.
You know, that's why I think you see such big tight ends today, you know, like a Ron Middleton, because they're playing against Reggie White. You know, you look at Reggie there, you see he was down on the ground, he was trying to move Pitts in, then he had to move back out. But you need big tight ends like Middleton who weigh 270 pounds because teams are playing their big defensive ends on them now.
Second and 18. Here's Rippon to throw. Rolls to his left. To Art Monk. Covered by Otis Smith. That's Monk's first catch of the day. 10-yard gain.
That's what they do here to Reggie White. Simmons has him, then they bring Biner in. They get him doubled, they get him locked on that right side. Then in addition to that, showing the respect they have for Reggie White, they roll, Mark Rippon rolls to the left side. So not only did they double Reggie White, but they doubled him on the back side away from the roll.
147 straight games for Monk with a reception. Third down and about 7. Rippon with a lot of time gets Sanders first down. Redskins. Booty and Smith made the stop, but they got 11 yards.
I'll tell you one thing, Mark Rippon looks a lot better this week than he did last week. In fact, he looks a lot more today like he did last year than he did last week or any part of this season. I think he has that thing going. I mean, he's getting some confidence now. He's getting some rhythm now. And it all helps because so far he's had excellent pass protection in this first half.
One more play before the 2-minute warning. Rippon chased and sacked by Seth Joyner.
You're going to see Seth Joyner here. Now, they hadn't been able to get there with their force, so they bring Seth Joyner. That's the thing about a Bud Carson team. If you can't get there one day, you just keep adding rushers.
So 2 minutes left to play in the first half at Veterans Stadium, 10-7 Washington.
The John Hancock Bowl, the Blockbuster Bowl, the bowl battles on CBS.
All right, a great man once said, winning, gentlemen, isn't everything. It's the only thing.
Look! A grasshopper!
I formation, 34 sweep on 2. Got it? Just give the ball to Matt. Tell him to run toward his dad. Got it?
It starts every September with teams like the Turkey Creek Hawks, the Bronx Eagles, and the Newport Richie Giants. On fields where dads aren't only coaches, and oak trees mark the end zones. And a good day isn't determined by if you win or lose, but where you go after the game. So McDonald's would like to salute the players, the coaches, the families, everyone who'll help make this season a perfect season.
Can we go to McDonald's now, Coach?
After the game, Lenny. This is only halftime. Now go sit down.
As times changed, so did the Ford full-size pickup. But it was always tough as nails, and boy, could it tow a boat. Today, it's still tough. But now it has more power, more style, more comfort. And boy, can it tow a boat. Times change, trucks change. But Ford Tough never does.
The best ever best.
Coming up on the NFL Today halftime report, Greg and Terry will have all the